All right. Today, I want to talk to you guys about music promotion services companies, how to promote your music using different music services. And I want to give you a really good tip right off the bat. When you're looking to hire a radio company, a publicist, a music video promotion company, social media company, Spotify promotions company. Okay. If you want to hire any of those five, I'll show you the best way to weed out the ones that just want to take your money. First of all, you do always want to plan way in advance, at least 3 to 4 months in advance before hitting up one of these companies. But the best way to hit them up and find out if they're the real deal is say, hey, I got a single coming out like in 2 weeks and I want to get it promoted. And if they take you on and be like, oh, yeah, no problem, we can make it work, don't work with them. Okay. If they just take you right away, you probably don't want to work with them. You want to know why? Because most professional companies need at least 4 to 6 months because they're booked up. They've got artists they're working with, and they need time to put together a proper strategy for you. Okay. Because anything doing well, when you're doing a launch, when you're doing a campaign to promote your music, it takes time to set up. I know the real publicists that are like really crushing it, they need a good 3 to 6 months at least to plan, to strategize, to get your albums out to tastemakers and get them in the right hands to build up that buzz to the launch of it. Okay. I'm not saying that there's never a good company that can jump on it quick, especially if you got a relationship. But there's just a lot of them out there that'll just take your money quick. But the ones that normally say no to you first time, or we're already booked, or your music's not ready, that's probably the one that you want to eventually work with. I remember when I was trying to get my music on the radio with this company. I don't like to say names. It was a radio promotions company. They're really big in Canada. They do international stuff too. And I remember I kept on reaching out to them, and they kept on turning me down. It's like, dude, I've got money I want to give you, But their whole thing was, look, we only take on artists that we think we can give a shot at radio. We don't want to just take on anyone because, first of all, we want to be successful for you. And also, we've got a reputation to keep. And if we're bringing bad songs to radio stations, like they have relationships with these music directors. Okay, they have relationships with them. And if they're just bringing them bad and just any music that whatever, what's that going to do with the relationship? It's not going to be really good, right? Look at me. If I'm a producer and I have a buddy that just keeps bringing me these artists that just there's the worst songs and just terrible to work with. Am I going to want to work with that dude? I'm like, no, dude, because you bring me the artists that are just the hardest to deal with and their songs are terrible. There's no talent. Well, it's the same thing with any promotions company. Okay. Look at their history. Look at the testimonials. Look at the references. See if they actually, you know what I'm saying? Got the job done. And I know from personal experience of doing this for over 18 years, that it's hard. It's hard to get results for an artist. And sometimes things just connect and it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But having a great song, having a hit always breaks down those barriers more than anything else. So having that hit song is obviously first number one. But then again, just the great song doesn't always win. Just because it's an amazing song, unfortunately, the best songs don't always win. I remember being in a contest. It's called, what was it called? But they put you up against 3 artists, okay? And you got to battle it out, and you got to get everybody to vote for the song, so they add it to the station. It's called a cage match. They call it a cage match, or there's other names for it. But what they do is, when the radio promoter will contact the radio station, and sometimes the station will say, we won't give an official ad, but we'll put it in this upcoming month's cage match, and it'll battle it out between 2 other artists. And so you got to get all your fans and rally all your fans to vote. And if you win the cage match, then there's way more of a chance that you'll get added. So that they really make you work for. But it's amazing. Sometimes just the best songs don't always win. My favorite music promotional service companies are Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Those are my 3 favorite. You want to know why? Because I'm in control. I know if I put $1 in, or $10 in or $1,000 in, I know exactly who's going to see the music. I know exactly who clicked on it. I know exactly who watched it. And so that's my opinion when it comes to that. If you guys have not signed up for my free webinar training for Facebook ads, go to smartmusicbusiness.com/save your seat. Smartmusicbusiness.com/save your seat. It's a free webinar teaching you how I've sold thousands of CDs using Facebook. And again, every month on the 12th and 24th, I go live answering all your questions, okay, for a full hour, and that's with Fanbase University. I'm always talking to artists. I was talking to an artist earlier today. They're buying onto a tour and just wanted some mentorship and want some questions. And if you want to get more mentorship and have me look at your stuff and go deeper and help you come up with a business plan, that's step number one. Join Fanbase University. Just go to fanbaseuniversity.com or click the link below this. But hey, I want to encourage you, keep writing, keep marketing, get your music out there. I was talking to my buddy Rick Barker, and I was just talking about, like, it's one thing to spend the money on the music. Now you got to spend money marketing your music. And creating a music video isn't marketing your music. Creating a lyric video isn't marketing your music yet. Going on tour is marketing your music in front of people. Taking a music video and spending money to boost the post and getting it out there, that's marketing your music. Taking your lyric video, boosting the post, or running YouTube ads to it, that's marketing your music, okay? And it's putting it out there. Anything that's getting your message, your music out there. And unfortunately, a lot of artists, they put all their money into the music, and they forget to have a budget set aside to market it. And my rule of thumb is, whatever you spent making it, you got to spend at least 2 to 3 times that. It's really 3 to 5 times, to be honest, but it's really at least 3 to 5 times whatever you spent on making it, marketing it, okay? Because you got to remember, like I always say, you're stacking your success. You don't got fans when you first start on the first single. That's why you market the crap out of it, so that you have fans to market the next single or the next album. Then you spend more money marketing that, and hopefully your fan base grew. So now your fan base is here. Now, maybe you started here with no fans. Here you've got 100. Okay, now by the time you finish marketing that, here comes the third single or the EP. Now you got 1,000 people. Okay, and you got to remember, like, if we're talking about streams, if we're talking about followers on Spotify, or now you've got a bigger email list, hopefully, when you release that song, you can notify everybody on Facebook. You can notify everybody on your email. Everybody gets a notification on Spotify, okay? But this is the thing. A lot of us, we get stuck at single number 1. It didn't get the result we wanted, so we give up before we hit single number 2. Or we get to single number 2 and we don't get the results we want, so we don't make it to single number 3. And a lot of us never get to that EP or to that album or that second album, okay? I released my first EP in 2001. It has been 18 years, okay? I've released 13 albums, just released a remix record about 2 months ago. Working on a new single. I'm actually going to be releasing my instrumentals soon. That's another strategy I teach. But anyways, this has been a longer than normal YouTube, Instagram live, but I just believe in you. I want to see you win. I want to crush this. I hope you're on the next Fanbase University call. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com. Our members' call is on the 12th and 24th. Plus, you get a whole bunch of amazing training that'll help you grow your fan base. Hey, don't give up. Push through the doubt, push through the fear. Do not listen to the haters. Listen to your heart and listen to what God's called you to do. All right. Peace, y'all.